atutuo papa leje kayokatan. Even though I just I may reflect or to for what does a young Ebreba person or any Ebreba person gain from ACIU membership in 2026 and beyond. Share a bigger CRC platform. Are we ready? The secretary, there is so much noise there. Throughout these hearings and the many conversations and notes I have received, one question has bothered me more than any other. It comes from various sections of our community, from branches, from age from the diaspora, but it comes most persistently and most bluntly from our youth between the ages of 18 and 30. They keep asking with directness that only youth possesses, what do I get? What do I gain by being a member of ACIU? This is not a cynical question. It is a legitimate one. It is a question of a generation that has watched promises made and promises broken, that has seen contributions collected and projects stalled, and has witnessed the decline of the very communal spirit that once earned everybody nicknamed the small wonder. They are not asking for handouts. They are asking for a reason to believe. The camera is running. They cannot avoid it. They cannot avoid it. Let me answer this question directly. First, drawing from our constitutional history, then from the lived realities of Ebreba people across the globe, and finally, from the concrete benefits that the revised constitution will deliver. Then on our platform, the nine is there. Assembly. The central CRC share to the upper platform. The normal never another platform, not the man. What the 1946 and 1988 Constitution said about membership benefits. Honestly, the 1946 and 1988 Constitution did not speak in the language of individual benefits. They were documents of their time, framed in the collective rather than the personal. The 1946 Constitution, as the scholarly record shows, established the ACIU to promote the welfare and good government of every community, to foster a spirit of unity and brotherhood among its members, and to undertake such community development projects as may be determined. The focus was on the community as a whole: roads, electric power, post office, hospital, primary and secondary school, and they delivered on all of them. The assumption was that if the community prospered, every member would share in that prosperity. That assumption was valid for its time, In an era when Ebripa was a geographically concentrated community with limited migration, the fortunes of the individual were inextricably tied to the fortunes of the town. The 1988 Constitution expanded these visions slightly. It added provisions for welfare support to members in need, including medical assistance, educational scholarship, and burial support. This was progress. It recognized that the individual member, not just the abstract community, had claims on the union, on the union's resources. It acknowledged that when a member fell sick, when a child needed school fees, when death visited a family, the union had a role to play. But even the 1988 document remained largely silent on what the young person actively contributing to the union could expect in return. The benefits were passive, available in times of crisis, but not proactively delivered as a condition of membership. Neither constitution answered the question on our youths that the youths are asking today. What do I get while I am healthy, while I am working, while I am building my life? That is the gap we must fill in 2026. The benefit of ACIU membership in 2026 and going forward. Let me outline with specificity what a young Ebripa person gains from being a member of ACIU today. And into the future, I draw these benefits not from theory, but from the lived experiences of our people across Ebripa, London, Lagos, Abuja, Houston, Atlanta, Toronto, and beyond, wherever we find them today. First, access to a global network of opportunity. The single greatest asset of the ACIU is not its bank account, it is the people. Wherever you go, wherever you find yourself today in the globalized world, you will find an Ebripa community. And an Ebripa community is wherever you find 1, 2, 3, or more people that are from Ebripa. For example, through the League platform, League of Ebripa Professionals, our sons and daughters have intervened in the Ebripa community in areas of safety and security, power supply, employment opportunities, economic empowerment, and educational development. And if you don't know, the secretary of the CRC is the present president of the League of Ebripa Professionals. A young Ebripa person in 2026 who is a member of ACIU gains access to mentors, to business contacts, to job referrals, and to professional networks that will otherwise take decades to build. In Lagos, an ACIU member can find a business partner through the union. I can attest to that. In London, an ACIU member can find accommodation or legal advice through the branch. I can attest to that. In Houston, an ACIU member can connect with a mentor who has navigated the same career path. This network is not theoretical, it is operational and growing. Second, access to scholarship and educational support. The evidence is already before us. It only needs ACIU to bring all this under one umbrella. Example, the evidence is already before us. The Kelvin Joko Foundation and the Irimena, of which our deputy secretary is a member, are already operating in Ebripa and giving scholarships. These are not facts, these are realities. So if you're here and you're a member of ACIU in this branch or any other branch, all you need to do is to apply and appeal and find a way to reach out to these bodies that are providing this. They are helping to pay tuition fees for newly admitted higher institutions. I recall there was a year that nobody in Ebripa in the schools that were still present could register for WAEC. League of Ebripa Professionals came in, not just registered for WAEC, for all those that are ready to register. They decided to employ teachers and pay them so that they could very well be educated and prepare them for that. These are not stories, these are realities. The Diamond Friends League of Ebreba has established a tertiary educational scholarship award for everybody who have gained admission into Nigerian university, promoting academic excellence and alleviating financial hardship. These are not government programs. These are fruits of Ebreba philanthropy, organized and channeled through the ACIU network. A young member who pays dues to ACIU becomes eligible for these scholarships. A non-member does not. That is why it is important that we make you not just say Abumoye Ebreba, Abumoye ACIU. You are only one when we see your name in the register and that you pay your dues. Number 3, access to skills training and entrepreneurship support. In October 2024, the Ohafia Local Government Youth Dialogue Initiative brought together 52 delegates to address the critical challenge facing young people in Ohafia, Ebreba, and Okoro. The vision they articulated is now our own vision. And what is that vision? To empower youth by ensuring they have access to economic opportunities, quality education, and active participation in decision-making process. Why am I reading these things out? You wonder. It is important that we understand that when we talk about improvement union, we are not talking about just bringing everybody together. Anyane Anyase ACIU meet once every year in December, or we meet in Easter, and then we go away. We must think in the language of our time. If a young person, as they are now serving in our secretariat, they are not empowered, they are not going to be useful to you. The proposed solution include collaborating with local businesses to establish small-scale industry, promoting entrepreneurship, offering startup grants for young innovators, creating vocational training, and introducing technology-based learning programs. These are not distant dreams. They are the mandates we are embedding in the revised constitution. A young ACIU member in 2026 will have priority access to these programs. On the sad, when I walked in here on Wednesday to meet with the ACIU Aba branch, instead of us spending the better part of our time deliberating on how to make this successful, they were busy reading out a litany of problems that they encountered. And they were not making it up, they are realities. As we sit today, always make the whoever you're there long order. They now back and testify to that. As well as I was in the office, what's that by and the truth was exposed even further. We were in the back staircase. Your staircase.